The greatest misfortune is to die without attaining God realization. Painfully, the Jivatma, the individual soul, comes to the realization that it has missed the opportunity of human life and must re-enter the cycle of death and rebirth. After death, we move unavoidably into the astral level appropriate to our karma. In the astral world, we are fully aware of all events, but are incapable of taking any action. We see our life running past us like a film. We recognize the mistakes of our earthly life and also joyfully experience the bliss of divine light and divine love resulting from our spiritual progress and good actions. But there is no possibility whatsoever of any further resolution or intervention. The direction and goal of our journey is determined solely by the trend of our karmas. Here the Jivatma follows one of three possible threads of destiny. 1, not just 1, 2, lead to a new birth in the world of Maya, material existence, and a third to the realization and union with the Supreme Self. In the Bhagavad Gita, the 8th chapter, the 24th and 25th verse, Lord Krishna explains the circumstances by which any soul comes to one of these paths. Anyone who still has some karma adhering, good or bad, will take on a mortal body again. Those who, in their earthly life, loaded themselves primarily with bad deeds, were unkind, or lacked compassion for others, will be born into an animal level of consciousness. With complete justification, this can be described as hell. In an animal life form, the ability of expression and development of the soul is greatly limited. It does not possess free will, intellect, speech, or the capacity to reason. In this existence, there is only a small and slow development of the consciousness. All karmas must be lived through over the predetermined period and be cleared away. But those whose good karmas predominated have the opportunity to aspire to a human birth and liberation. In line with the ratio of good and bad karmas, their existence is either happy or full of sorrow. The most beautiful fruit from existence, which were full of good and noble actions, is a happy life enriched with numerous opportunities for development in a spiritual and peaceful environment. Those who finally attain liberation through knowledge and selfless deeds, known as nishkama karma, the Master and God's grace, are not born again, unless they voluntarily decide to return to the earth as a helper or a teacher. These are the paths the soul takes after earthly death. Normally, the soul, together with the astral and causal bodies, leaves the physical body through one of the so-called 9 doors. These 9 doors include the mouth, the eyes, the ears, the nostrils, the excretory organs or genitals. Occasionally, it can be clearly seen through which door the soul departs. If a dying person eliminates excrement or urine, it is an indication that the soul is wandering in a lower level of consciousness. These souls particularly need our prayers so they can find their way to a higher consciousness when they again finally obtain a human birth after a long waiting period. Many dying people open their mouths or eyes. With others, a drop of blood comes from their nose or ears. These souls wander in the astral levels appropriate to their karma. But the Atma, the self of liberated yogis and masters, departs through the 10th door, the Sahasrara Chakra. This is occasionally visible through a drop of blood, or even at times a ray of light appearing at the crown of the head. Realized souls go to the highest level of the cosmos, where they are honorably welcomed as triumphant heroes. The path of development through the chakras, the process of change in the consciousness, and the investigation of our own thoughts and feelings is no easy undertaking. Many old habits must be given up, and much must be overcome. Unfortunately, we continue to perform ill-considered actions, speech, and thoughts. But for all the errors that we committed in ignorance, we can ask for forgiveness and pray. O Lord, lead us from ignorance to wisdom, from darkness to the light of knowledge. May your divine light always enlighten my heart and my consciousness. Though the way may still be onerous, I've never experienced that word before, onerous, O-N-E-R-O-U-S, and thorny. When we reach the goal, we forget immediately all pain, and the effort expended appears to vanish when compared to the bliss we now experience. Therefore, we should stay strong and under no circumstances give up our goal. Most important thing in life is that our spiritual practices are always performed with bhakti, love, and devotion. Through bhakti, Atma Chintana, constantly thinking about the Atma, mantra, and meditation, the chakras are awakened. Sattvika, which means pure, clear, true, Sattvika Bhakti is a safe and certain pathway to God. Because while the flame of pure love and devotion burns within us, no shadow or destructive forces can approach us. Allow the river of love to flow within, and hold the candle of wisdom firmly in your hand. Be a light to anyone you meet, and help them on their path. In this way, you will continue to progress and develop further on your spiritual path. Thank you for listening. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to read to you all. We'll continue reading about the Sahasrara Chakra next time.